on Zoom. It's a little different than we probably would have done this in a different time, but we're very excited to have everybody here and to celebrate this really great accomplishment. We decided when we were getting ready to celebrate our 50th anniversary that we wanted to do something big for 50th. And we decided the best thing for the birds, the best thing for the environment, and a great thing for the organization was to go solar. So we started our solar campaign, our Capture the Sun campaign. We had over 250 gifts towards the campaign. So a lot of wonderful community support, foundation support, business support for this project. So we're really excited that that's underway. We're going to give a huge thank you to our board of directors, to our wonderful subcommittee on solar who really helped sort of drive this, and to Exact Solar, who are our wonderful installers. I know they're on Zoom right now. They were absolutely fabulous. So I want to thank everyone again for coming today. We're going to keep this pretty short, but then I know Leo's going to give a little tour so you can sort of see what the system looks like and what it's doing for us. So right now I'm going to turn it over to one of our co-president of our board of directors, Bob McGarry, to say just a few words about sort of why we decided to go solar.
So, hi everybody. Like Stacy just said, my name is Bob McGarry. I'm one of the co-presidents of the board here at Bucks Audubon. Fortunately, our other co-president, Callie, couldn't be here today, but you know, I'm happy to speak on our behalf. So it's actually just very exciting to be here, even remotely, to be part of this solar ribbon cutting. And this project has been a priority for Bucks Audubon over the past couple of years, and just really exciting to see it come to fruition. It's also inspiring that Honey Hollow, which is a National Historic Landmark recognized for its contributions to conservation in the early 20th century, is now powered by solar energy and is still leading on conservation almost 100 years later. And it's truly exciting and inspiring to be part of that. Fostering the use of renewable energy and fighting climate change has been of the utmost importance to me for almost as long as I can remember. So it's just really meaningful to be part of something like this. And I know Stacy just thanked all our donors, but I'd like to do it again. And, you know, just truly thank you for making this possible. Despite that, I don't want to give you the wrong impression. This was not a pet project of mine or of anybody else on the board. This was a communal effort to put our values into practice. If you look at the Bucks Audubon mission statement, you'll see that we are dedicated to educating the people of our region on environmental issues with an emphasis on conservation. And this project has allowed us to, you know, immediately begin conserving energy, conserving fossil fuels, while also opening up new ways for us to educate our community on renewable energy and how it can help ensure a brighter future for our environment. I'm really excited to see how we incorporate our new array into our summer camps and our programs. And I hope that our visitors and members and volunteers will feel inspired by what we've done here at Honey Hollow to find ways that they can advocate for the environment and conserve energy in their own personal lives. So, sorry, there's a little feedback there, but you know, to sum up, you know, as wonderful as it is to have a solar array generating all of our electric energy here at Honey Hollow, we're not done yet. We're considering replacing a old fossil fuel powered furnace at our property with a new clean electric one, and our advocacy committee is eager to find ways that they can continue to promote the use of renewable energy in this new year. One of the members of that committee, Jim Mansfield, has been doing a lot in our local area, specifically with a supervisor in Solebury named John Francis, to promote the use of renewable energy in our own community. So I'd like to turn the floor over to John and hear a bit about what they've been doing.
Thanks for the update. I'm really happy to be here.
Hold on one second. The trials and tribulations of having more than one Zoom camera going at the same time.
So I'm happy to hear some of this wonderful team. You really have done a magnificent job. It's efforts and initiatives like this that demonstrate there's a will and a means to change our environment for the better. Today, read in the Washington Post that the Audubon administration at the last moment cut back protections for wildlife, particularly the northern spotted owl, and the environment in general, protecting fossil fuel industries, making it harder and harder to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions in order to mitigate climate change. Having read that, it's heartening to see that a dedicated community like this can come together to be a beacon for hope and change. Congratulations. As I'm sure you all know, climate change remediation is one of Salisbury Township's priorities. We have passed a Ready for 100 resolution sponsored by the Sierra Club, and we are working towards completing our energy transition plan in the coming months. This will spell out how we plan to achieve the goals of the RF 100 and migrate our community to 100% clean energy. This is a wonderful, wonderful contribution to that. And with your help, as you've demonstrated here, we're going to be really successful doing that. So thank you, Bucks Audubon, for showing us how it's done. Congratulations.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for speaking about that, John. And now I'd like to hand the floor, or the microphone, or however you'd want to say it on Zoom, over to our board's former president, Heidi Shiver, who was instrumental in getting this project off the ground.
Oh, thank you, Bob. Thank you for inviting me, and congratulations. The solar project was an outstanding achievement to cap Bucks Audubon's 50th anniversary. It will help to educate and to inspire the community for years to come. A special thank you to all our generous donors to help realize this project, and to Stacy, to Leo McDonald and the Solar Subcommittee for seeing this project through. Also, a special thank you to Exact Solar for doing an excellent installation job and a pleasure to work with. And once again, congratulations.
Thanks.
Back to you, Bob.
Well, thank you for that, Heidi. And now I'd like to hand the microphone back to Stacy.
All righty. Hopefully everyone can hear me now. The moment, you know, is always important. Again, we wanted to thank everybody so much. Callie Weeks, our other co-president, was hoping to be here today, but she woke up this morning feeling very, very poorly. So she didn't want to come out and possibly have any issues. So stepping in for Callie today is our wonderful treasurer and wonderful volunteer, Alan Wilson. So take it away, Alan. Alrighty, thank you all so much. I know, I'm very impressed. Alrighty, so we are going to move on to the next phase of this, which is to give everybody just a little bit of a tour of the system we put in. So I'm going to turn this over to Leo McDonald and Will Bach, who have been instrumental in making this project happen. So right now the camera's facing out. You're right. If you want it to face you, you can make it.
I think it's yours.
Okay, so I'm Leo McDonald,
I'm William Bach.
and we're gonna take you on a tour of the solar array that has been installed here. It's gonna involve some walking, so we apologize if the camera shakes or trembles during that time. We'll start with the roof. That's obviously the most visible and exciting part. So we're gonna walk away from the building here. It is a little bit of an overcast day, and it's a little bit challenging to see all the solar panels at the same time because it is such a large building and such an extensive array. I believe you can see that there at this time. In this solar array, we were able to specify and have installed 78 panels, and you can see they are essentially 2 banks. The total energy that's generated by the 78 panels is 30 kilowatts, or actually 30.3, but that's 30,000 watts, which is really a lot of energy. It certainly will take care of all of our electrical needs and then a great deal more. And so we're actually able to utilize all of this energy. We hope in the future to completely offset as much as possible our heating and cooling needs in addition to our electrical needs. The panels themselves are pretty large. They're actually 385 watts each. And so when you do the math times 78 panels, that comes out, like I said, to about 30 kilowatts. Okay, next we're gonna go indoors.
Flip it around. Come on, Leah, let's go do the tour.
Okay, we're gonna go indoors next to our recently cut ribbon. Go look at some other components of the solar array.
Yeah. So, and the electric goes across over to the, what is that, the east side of the building and enters the east side. They're microinverters, right? Okay, yeah. So they go into, how many inverters? They need to go back up. Sorry. We're getting an echo. Yeah. So there on the wall is the main.
Go ahead. Do you want to explain the inverters? There's 3 of them. Go ahead. They're by the inverters.
Yeah. So these are the inverters. Each one of them has a kill switch. So if there is any maintenance issues or necessity to shut the system down, all they do is turn it.
That's our combiner box.
The new panel.
That's the combiner box where all the strings
production.
are put together.
Yeah.
And there's our meter.
And then the net meter showing production right now. What is it? 33,611 kilowatt hours. That's a lot. And the system's only been on for roughly 2 months.
Only a few weeks.
Okay.
Before we, since the meters have been put in, meters like to go.
But the electric comes in as DC and then flips over to AC, alternating current, and then gets spit out to the property, to the building, whatever is used. And then if there's extra, it goes out to the grid, to the neighbors and whatnot. And then at nighttime, when it's dark, the building will pull back the electricity from the grid. But typically right now, the system is oversized in anticipation for us to figure out installing air conditioning. So when there's seminars in the middle of the evening in July, it's not 85 degrees in here with 100 people or 20 people when we get to that point in life again, hopefully. But it's also sized to replace the boiler. This is it's a propane boiler, and I'm going off my brain, but I think we use like 2,000 to 3,000 gallons of propane per year to heat the building, and it's radiant heat in the floor. But we're looking to install an electric boiler that will supplement this, because the system is actually, I believe, not large enough to do just electric. So when it's 18 degrees at night, this thing will add a little bit of heat with the electric boiler, and then switch off a fossil fuel during the daytime when the system's on and it warms up and whatnot. So that's the next phase of the project: heating and air conditioning. So, but this has been a good boiler. We need to thank you.
Yeah, but it's on the way out.
Yeah, thank you, boiler.
Yeah, on the way out though. All right, so that's for the most part all of the tour. Any final thoughts, Stacey?
Bob, were there any questions from anybody who's joining us on the call?
Not that I've seen, but if anybody has a question, you're welcome to speak up or put it in the chat.
I
look
can't
like
see the
it.
chat.
All righty. Well, thank you all so much for joining us today. We are really excited. If you were watching this a replay afterwards, thank you for that as well. And we are just really excited about this project. Definitely come by. The grounds are open dawn to dusk every day. You can come take a look. And hopefully we'll see everyone out at some point in the future to be able to educate everyone more about our about renewable energy and solar. So thank you all so much. We couldn't have done it without all of your help. And have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, have a good day.
Thank you.
Very nicely done, Stacy. Yeah, under such
I
circumstances.
think we need to start
The
closing some of the
coordination
windows or whatever.
Significant.
A little bit. Thank you all very much for coming.